and it is directly above this drop zone. We represent the very best of British, displaying RAF red, white, and blue canopies, and they will be flying the Union flag today.
Do you have a parachute?
Oh yes.
Team coach, right side, Liam, James, and his team's job to get the Falcons out of the aircraft into formation and safely on the ground. And he'll be up there now, conducting the final checks, psyching the team up for the adrenaline of the display. Keep your eyes peeled then on this aircraft, which just flew over. Hopefully the doors will open any minute.
You said there's
show, anything that before that would be a high show. So here we have a small selection of different maneuvers, which will be expertly demonstrated. And there we go. The 2025. This is the Falcon. See that red smoke now trailing from their boots? Seven Falcons today. We'll have one carrying that Union flag who will not be part of the performance, but will land separately. They're getting into their first formation under the guise of the French Flight Sergeant of the Alliance. Behind the other, and now coming in beautiful crisscross. A lovely photo opportunity now as they start spiraling their way down. This is their signature move. This is carousel. Now the Falcons will be travelling at about 45 miles per hour in their controlled turns. It's highly dynamic, it takes a lot of skill and trust in each other. Now this is essentially another snake formation, but this one is the saber chase, where they'll have dynamic left and right turns, and you'll see they're in a perfectly straight line. So the amount of skill it's taking them to control their parachutes is unbelievable. They spend the majority of the year out training, usually in nice climate places like America and Dubai. But nothing beats the weather in Northern Ireland, am I right?
Yes. You only had last week.
They're originally based in Norton near Oxford and form part of the Airborne Delivery Wing, who help deliver specialist parachute training to the Defence Airborne Forces community. And their motto is knowledge dispels fear. Perfectly executed in this display. Now the Falcons are close enough to hear you, so please pull together as they make their way into the drop zone. Up first we have the team coach, Flight Sergeant Liam Lyons, quickly followed by Sergeant Andy Lynch. Next up, Sergeant Mike
camera.
So it's going to be the team will now prepare today receiving the official salute is Air Marshal Sean Reynolds, who is the Air Officer Commanding for Northern. Once again, the Royal Air Force parachute is taking.
Flight Lieutenant Catherine McKenna. Guided the line safely. Thank you. And let's hear it one more time for the RAF Falcons. We're really sorry they can't stay any longer, but as has been said already, they have to make their way to Morecambe, where they'll be doing the same exercise this afternoon. So thank you very much indeed for that. And as you can see, our VIPs are still with us. They'll be heading for lunch. But now what I need to do is just to welcome all of you today and hope that you will enjoy the fact that this is Armed Forces Day 2025 here in Newtownards. And I have to say, Newtownards is an ideal location. This site is an ideal location because during the Second World War, this airfield was part of Coastal Command. And we remember as well that in this month of June, we gather in the presence of a great moment in history, because only a few weeks ago we commemorated the 80th anniversary of VE Day, the 8th of May 1945. And we marked that day with national commemorations and local community celebrations across the United Kingdom. And we remembered the sacrifices and we celebrated the victory. And the day included a national 2-minute silence at noon to honour those who fought for freedom. And let me put that moment 80 years ago into context, because the first few months of 1945 saw the Allied forces in Europe rapidly gain ground and capture hundreds of thousands of prisoners. And as the Allies closed in on and surrounded Berlin, Adolf Hitler took his own life on the last day of April, and the German forces' unconditional surrender followed on the 7th of May. A newsflash was broadcast to the public announcing the end of the war in Europe, and that the next day was declared Victory in Europe, VE Day, and a public holiday in the United Kingdom. And throughout the Allied world, millions celebrated. Here, the pubs could stay open very late, and red, white and blue bunting could be bought without ration coupons. Streets were filled with singing and dancing, parties and parades, special Thanksgiving services were held as well. Yet the joy and the relief of that time were both tempered by memories of the hundreds of thousands who had died or who were still missing, and concern for those still at war. The brutal fighting continued to rage in East Asia and in the Pacific until August of 1945. And in every theatre of the Second World War you found Irish soldiers, the Royal Ulster Rifles, the Royal Irish Fusiliers, Royal Enniskilling Fusiliers, the Irish Guards, the London Irish Rifles, the Liverpool Irish, the Royal Irish Hussars, the Enniskilling Dragoon Guards, the North Irish Horse. And let us not forget the women, nor should we forget those who served in the Royal Navy, the Merchant Navy, the Royal Air Force, and other civilians, and more